All right, let's take a look right now at our SSA configurations. We're going to go to our dashboard, look at our settings, and we're going to go to CRM configuration. Now, this is something that you can do yourself, and we will be more than happy to do for you with a phone call or an email. You can tell us in each one of these settings what you would like. Now, in your company settings, and we're going to start from the top, and we'll work over and go through each one right quick. So this video is going to take just a couple of minutes. The company settings is pretty simple. This is where you're going to put your information about your company, phone numbers to fax numbers to email addresses and things like that. You're going to also put down here what your job calendars are. If you're in Louisiana, Mississippi, New York, wherever you are, you can put that, and it's comma to limited. So if you want to add, if you're on, say you're in a corner of a state and you work 2 or 3 different states, you can simply put a comma and put Mississippi, and say you're, for some reason you're working Texas, you can put comma Texas, and you can have multiple calendars on your dashboard. So let's go ahead and update that. Your 24-hour email template. Now, this is something that is going to help you really stay connected to your client. This is a 24-hour installation reminder. The day before you go to install their roof or do their job, whether it's HVAC or whatever you're doing, the client is going to get an email reminder from your system that you're coming tomorrow to do their job. It's going to give specific information, their address. If it's a roofing job, it'll give the shingle color. And then down through here, it's going to give, and you can customize this, send it to us again, and we'll be happy to do it. It's a personal email to your client. It's going to have their name in it, of course. It's going to have the salesman's picture in it. It's going to have the crew chief in it. Then you can put all of your administrative team in there, and then it's going to have anything else that you want. If you've got a checklist for them or things to do or whatever it might be. And here we also have a link to their SSA client portal. And down here, it's just going to be more information about their job, their house. They're going to have a picture of their house, things like that. That way, they feel a connection to your team, for one, and they also see the particulars about the job, and it also helps cut down on any potential mistakes. So let's go back and let's take the next one. The client welcome email. Now, this is another template, and there's some HTML in here, and don't let that scare you because, again, we will be more than happy to configure this for you. Whenever you put a client in, if you put an email address in there, the client's going to immediately get a welcome email from your SSA. It's just going to be very simple, or you can make it as long as you like if you've got some other things you want to put in there. It's also going to give them a link to their client portal. That way you can put their documents in there that they might need a month or 10 years from now. They won't have to keep calling you to get that information. Okay, your company logo, that's exactly what it is. Very simple. Just browse your photo library, your desktop, wherever you have it, and upload it. And if it, for some reason, if it shifts or whatever, you can work with it here. You can even delete it and add something different at a later time. Invoiced alerts. All right, this one, do you want invoiced alerts to show on your desktop? That's what that is. So we do. We like for it to be there. If it goes over 14 days, we want to know why. It just helps you stay on top of your deals. Now, the job status, this is something else that's very customizable. You can make these whatever you like. These are just generic right here. They're kind of across the board, but if you've got something in particular you want to add to it, you certainly can. Again, we'll be more than happy to configure these for you. The job status color. This is very helpful when you're, say you're in a storm situation or either you're canvassing a neighborhood. You can quickly look at the colors on each one of your statuses, and you can quickly break down a neighborhood and what's going on. If you've got a contract on it, if they're a lead, if there's no damage, if this is a no soliciting area, or either they're not interested, whatever the status might be, it'd be very helpful. You can always change it and you can always delete it and start from scratch, or either, again, have us do it for you. We'd be happy to do that. Your job forms. Now, this is going to be your job workflow buttons that are in your job, your client job. If you want financing, say you're in a roofing company and you have the mortgage checks, you've got big jobs and you need financing on it. Third-party authorization forms for the mortgage companies, intent to repair. Again, that's going to be when you've got mortgage companies involved. You can just check these off, and that will put the workflow buttons up at the top. Again, if you have any questions, please give me a call. Reports. Everybody likes reports. You just check off which reports you want to be on your reports page, and then you can kind of dig deeper from there, and we cover that in a separate video. But you can check them off, and personally, I just put them all on there, and you can choose through them on the long sheet. And the job calendars. Now, of course, the job calendar is the heartbeat of SSA. It's the heartbeat of your company. What's going on? If you are working multiple venues, especially in a storm situation, and all of a sudden you've got 3 times the number of crews you've got going. You might be working Louisiana. You might be working different counties or parishes or boroughs, depending on where you are. You can put a comma. It's comma delimited. So you can, right here, you can go comma, because we're pretty close to Mississippi. And just say we're working Texas as well, like we were talking about a minute ago. So, again, we can configure anything on your CRM for you. You don't have to do a thing except let us know what you want.